Stage 2 launch is closed out for flight. Gas cold has started. Vehicles in startup.
Go for launch.
Gas closeout is complete. Stage 1 tanks press on flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition liftoff.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Power and telemetry nominal.
And there you saw we had a successful liftoff of the Falcon 9. If you were watching closely, you also saw the strong back retract just during that initial part. We're currently throttling down the main engines in order to minimize some of the pressure as we move through supersonic. And coming up next, max Q, which is the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure, where the rocket's pushing hardest against the
Vehicle is
atmosphere.
supersonic.
And then we just had a call out the vehicle's supersonic. Max Q coming up shortly. That's when the rocket's moving very quickly and hasn't quite gotten out of the atmosphere yet, so it's getting a lot of pressure.
Vehicle has reached maximum dynamic pressure.
And then it's made it through that milestone, which is a major part of every rocket launch. Coming up about 45 seconds from now, we'll have a few events in quick succession. The main engines will cut off, the two stages will separate, and the second stage will ignite.
MVAC engine chill.
The call out for MVAC engine chill means that just like the first stage engines, the second stage engine is also being cooled down to be ready for moving all that super cold propellant through it. That main engine cutoff event coming up not too long from now.
MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
And there you saw it. The main engine's cut off,
Hit back ignition.
the two stages separated, and MVAC
Stage 1 AFTSS safe.
burning really bright has begun. The second stage is now carrying Dragon towards low Earth orbit. Again, we are not following the first stage.
Vehicle is on a nominal trajectory.
We're not recovering this one. In fact, it's the last Block 4 vehicle as we transition to Block 5.
Review acquisition of signal.
We're now at T plus 4 minutes. The Merlin vacuum engine is looking great, and we are on a nominal trajectory towards that initial low Earth orbit. The second stage is going to drop Dragon off in that low Earth orbit, and Dragon will be raising itself over the next 3 days to connect or to rendezvous with the International Space Station. It'll be there for about a month, and then it will also be bringing back the that latching end effector, which is the hand of Canadarm. We'll be bringing back the old one when it returns.
Position at New Hampshire.
You'll also notice that there's a lot more detail that you can see on the Merlin vacuum engine. It's actually flying into daylight right now, which is why some of that detail is more visible. We're at T plus 5.5 minutes. Merlin vacuum engine still performing nominally, headed on the right trajectory to get to low Earth orbit. Has about 3 minutes remaining in this burn. It's an interesting semantic point that the process of connecting Dragon to the International Space Station is called berthing with an E because it is brought into the station by Canadarm, while docking refers specifically to two spacecraft that connect without any external assistance. This stems from the old shipping days in which small ships would come into harbor and dock themselves under their own power. But larger ships, which aren't able to navigate as easily in harbors, are met by tugboats and then berthed. So for the International Space Station, that robotic Canadarm is like a tugboat, and so Dragon is also berthed.
Vehicle remains on a nominal trajectory.
We're just coming up on T plus 7 minutes. The vehicle's still on a nominal trajectory towards low Earth orbit. And Merlin vacuum engine still performing great.